Okay, let me tell you, when I opened up FGO earlier, because just to like, just do my weekly, or my weeklies, I mean, the animation for Lostbelt 5.5, like, spawning into your chapter list, that was so, the animation was pretty cool. I was like, wait, what's going on with my sound? Or why can't I move the menu? And then it just like, plopped itself between Lostbelt, 5 and 6 and stuff. I'm like, oh, this is cool. Alright. Let's get to reading. How you doing, Nemo? Port 1. All Chaldea staff, please disembark at your earliest convenience. Great job out there, Shadow Border. That's right, it only took about 20 minutes from the time we anchored the storm border outside and made our way here in the Shadow Border. Thank you again, Nemo. I don't know what we would have done without your help. You're amazing. Well, I am Triton as well as Nemo. When it comes to navigating the ocean, you better believe I can hold my own against the storm border. I doubt my Nautilus would ever serve as a strategy room for you guys again, but it's still nice to hear that. Everyone's nerves must be frayed after everything in Lostbelt 5. 2 words. Data loss. Why? Why must we suffer like this? Also I just realized I fucked up something in... God fucking damn it. Oh, I hate everything right now. I kind of fucked up something in Grand Blue. Dude, why does my guidebooks keep resetting every single time? Like, what the fuck? Cause like, I'm trying to like put on a long full auto, but then like, every single time it chooses a different fucking book. Oh my god, I just had to pop an elixir on that. Oh my god, you're shitting me. Oh well, I can just leave this auto going for like, half an hour. Well done out there, everyone. I've been eagerly awaiting your return. Congratulations on your victory over the Atlantic Lostbelt. Not only did you succeed at your primary objective brilliantly, you even brought back a more fascinating souvenir than I could ever imagine. That battleship out there is simply fantabulous. The data you sent painted a truly spectacular picture, but now that I've seen it in person, your data hardly did it justice. Well, I can certainly understand how you feel, Miss Scion. I'm afraid I must ask that you postpone indulging your curiosity a bit longer. I believe you're already aware of the situation and of the next move we need to take. You had better believe it. Not to worry, our next mission is right up my alley as well. I see, my apologies. I should have known Alice's resident child prodigy would already have the matter well in hand. Miss Kirby, Director Gordoff, Miss Curiolite, and Mr. M. May I suggest we take this opportunity to roll up our sleeves and return to our respective positions? What the? I didn't know my handle, Holmes. Don't tell me you're addicted to online games too. What? Well, I won't deny I have my own vices. Online games are not among them. Indeed, I still have very little experience when it comes to video games. No, that was just a small demonstration of my skill. While I may not have been at my best in Olympus, I'm still the world's foremost detective, you see. By virtue of my profession, revealing secrets comes as naturally to me as breathing does to you. Ah, you really are the worst, aren't you? Nope, not buying it. I think it's more of a fetish than it has anything to do with your job. No, that's enough of that. Wait, is that? Wait, I'm supposed to read like in Spanish, like, Hio? Or Agio? I don't freaking know, man. This, choice topic aside, the point is Holmes has proven that his detective skills are still sharp. And I, for one, am most encouraged to seeing it. Administrative advisor, just make sure you keep your magnifying glasses away from my own private affairs. It's wonderful to see everyone so relaxed again. I think we all started feeling less tense on the way back from Olympus, and looks like I was right. Oh, I know I'm pretty darn relieved. You're really not supposed to chit-chat on the dock, you know. Besides, last I checked, you Chaldeans are supposed to be getting ready to tackle the next Lost Belt. For all we know, this could be the last time we get to come back to the base like this. So I encourage you all to head back to your rooms and rest for what's to come. Oh yes, you certainly don't have to tell me twice. I've been looking forward to putting my feet up on my fluffy bed and drifting off without having to worry about being woken up again by an emergency alert for ages now until the next event. Oh yes, by the way, Captain. Shouldn't my gorgeous director's office be done by now? Huh? What? Right. How can I forget? How's that coming along, Scion? Yes, of course it's all done. However, as luck would have it, I just began further renovations a few minutes ago with the aim of making it even more gorgeous. Scion! Even more gorgeous than before. In the meantime, Gordolf, I would ask that you continue to look forward to the office of your dreams. From the comfort of Storehouse 3 for the time. I don't believe it. She clearly forgot all about me, but instead of admitting her mistake, she chosen to power straight through with a 1,000-watt smile. So, what are you and Da Vinci gonna do now, Captain? I'm going to head right back to the storm border. It's still pretty unstable even with all the renovations we made in Atlantis. I need to shore it up so I can eventually operate it even without my presence, or the storm borders, or the storm borders for that matter. Feel like you're the only person hyped for Muramasa. I mean, I like Emiya as like much as the next person, but I don't know. I see. So you'll be replacing the virtual parts currently supported by the Aronnax Phantasm with the real ones. It seems then that you have a great deal of welding ahead of you. Yeah, once that's done, I had to. Okay, hold on, my freaking voice, man. God damn my throat. I have to replace a central control system with something that doesn't depend on the shadow border, so we stop piling more work onto Da Vinci. I take it everything's ready to go, Scion. You know it. I already finished moving things out, so you can focus all your energy on the construction. What does that mean? It means both Captain and Da Vinci will be staying on the storm border for the time being. In the meantime, the rest of us will remain here at Chaldea Base to prepare for the next Lostbelt operation. Miss Kirby, your task will be training to further improve your master capabilities. Miss Kyrielite, you'll be fine-tuning the Ortonex. And Miss Sai and I will begin investigating and analyzing the foreign god in earnest. Oh. You can do that? Only with the information we currently have available, but yes. My first order of business will be to peruse the atmosphere records we brought along from Chaldea's Antarctic base. These records should contain information on former director Olga Marie, who has now returned in the form of the foreign god. And her father, Sir Marisbury, the founder of Chaldea. Muramasa has been a known thing. His main appeal is the Stena connection. Hype dies down. You would say make the hype even higher. His nice subset of Stena fancy made share a stock plummet. I mean, I'm kind of like indifferent. Like I like Emiya, but I'm not like super crazy about him. In that sense, I suppose it'll be an internal affairs investigation of sorts. As for Miss Scion, she will be. Say no more, he wanted to observe and examine everything I can about the external side, the foreign god that now exists on our planet. You can do that? Now look, you surprised me so much I reacted in the same way as Kirby. So you did. It was very entertaining to watch. At any rate, yes, I can indeed determine the foreign god's whereabouts now. In fact, I've already done so. All is within Trismegistus II's analytical capabilities. You may think of them as being analogous to Shiba from the original Chaldea, if that helps. You gotten sick of the constant stay-night milking from Type Moon? You think it's the only thing they've ever done? Understandable. As we speak, the foreign god signal has left the Atlantic Lostbelt and moved to the South American one, where it is holding position. After I had Trismegistus II analyze the time-lapse footage, it concluded that it cannot observe a future where the signal would leave South America while the world was was in its current bleached state. Which means we can expect the foreign god to remain in South America for the time being. Then does that mean Kirstaria's magecraft injured her so badly she can no longer move? That would be the most reasonable conclusion. I can think of no other reason for the foreign god to refrain from attacking us. Then it is the perfect chance to strike back. If we go after her now when she's so injured, then... Sorry, Gordy, but I don't think that's a good idea. Oh, hey guys, hope you don't mind me jumping in remotely. That's right, it's me, Da Vinci. I'm currently examining the Stormboarder along with the Nemo Marines. What? Hey, cut that out, Marine D. Those are my skates, damn it. I swear, why are you guys always messing with me? Because we're both riders, which makes us rivals. There's no way we're gonna let you win without a fight. Since you got the land cover, we got the sea, and whoever ends up controlling the sky to win it all. That's why one of these days we're gonna have Captain Nemo fight you to see who gets to keep the Stormboarder. Come on, Marines, winner takes all. Let's win this thing. What are you guys even talking about? Just ignore them, Da Vinci. More importantly, wasn't there something you wanted to tell us? Oh, right, I forgot. You know, Captain, it wouldn't kill you to keep these guys in line. But... Anyway, speaking of my capacity as technical advisor, I had to strongly advise against trying to attack the foreign god in South America right now. Oh. Hold on just a minute. Okay, there we go. Even if she really is as badly injured as we're assuming, we'd still be no match for her. At least not yet. Another issue is it's nice to have something you can use your own Danzo in. Another issue is another rough year coming up. People may skip Muramasa for Lostbelt 6. I mean, yeah, I want to roll for Morgan, so it's gonna be hard to justify getting Muramasa unless I super luck sack and then still have enough for Morgan like when she comes around. And whoever else in between, I keep forgetting like the list of servants that I've like planned to save for. But I mean the earliest is gonna be Ibuki, so I need to keep saving for sure. Muramasa, Morgan, Koinskaya, Millicene. Oh yeah, Koinskaya as well. Fuck me. Okay, hold on. Flash my eye, man. Based on what we observed in Olympus, the foreign god spirit origin output is on the order of a third-class planet. Forgot Coin Skylight's anniversary. I don't memorize the JP schedule, so like I mean I look at the lineups, but I don't like remember the dates exactly. So I'm like, oh, just check the announcements as they come by in NA. That's when I'll like start caring a lot more. MP2 Space Ishtar, Vlad, second copy of Mordred. Then the double whammy of Coin Skylight and Oberon. Oh god. Summer Charlotte, Summer Anna, maybe the Fairy Knights they have left over SQ. Oh god, yeah. Like this year, like, oh my god. Like this year scares me. In other words, she's the strongest being we've seen since Beast 1, Godia, and a second class, planet level power. We just don't have anything powerful enough to destroy something like that. Even... they reversed if. Even Fee! Even if the Stormborder were in perfect condition. So if we try going to South America right now, never mind beating her, just surviving would be a miracle. If anything, we should be grateful that things are at a stalemate right now. Can I notice it? Yeah. This is gonna become a super regular occurrence just with how rushed the translation team is, like, goddamn. Pretty sure people are gonna try to run the Oberon, Melusine, Quiet Sky team hit insane numbers, like, in the millions. Oh, really? I don't really look at, like, the meta teams or anything like that, or at least like look into it now, but those are some big numbers. The strongest being we've seen since Godia? True, when we fought Godia we were only able to defeat her thanks to a number of extenuating circumstances. But what about the Black Barrel? Couldn't that do something against the foreign god no matter the scale of her lifespan? As much as I would love to say that my darling Black Barrel is up to the task, I'm afraid not. To begin, it is possible that the foreign god simply does not fit our perception of common sense. You see, Black Barrel can only measure the longevity of something understood by creatures of Earth. We simply have no guarantee that the same rules apply to the foreign god. That said, I suppose it is at least possible given that we are able to communicate with them. But even then, I doubt that the Black Barrel's accomplishments measure would be able to get a full read on the foreign god's lifespan. Oh, and why is that? Isn't the Black Barrel designed precisely to turn those sorts of differences in capability on their heads? Well, think about it. The foreign god whipped up the gravitational field like it was nothing, remember? We're talking about it being capable of creating black holes. Imaginary simply cannot compete. You all know about black holes, right? They're basically pitfalls of pure darkness that suck up anything in their vicinity. I'd say pitfall, but in the metaphorical sense, there is no falling involved. They exert a gravitational force on anything within range. The reason they're called black holes is because not even light can escape their pull, which makes them as dark as it is physically possible to be. The speed of light is 300,000 kilometers per second. With the current understanding of the laws of physics, we are unable to exceed it. So there's just no way for anything I could engineer to keep up with an opponent who can toss out black holes with hardly any effort. Oh, really? Granted that gravitational field was quite the force to be reckoned with. Does this mean there's just nothing we can do against someone with black holes in their arsenal? No, that's not quite accurate. I'm not saying that black holes are simply strong by virtue of their nature. In fact, increasing gravity is actually very simple. All one has to do is compress mass and raise its density. For example, if we could compress Earth's mass to the size of a fingertip, it would become a black hole. So the mechanics behind a black hole's creation are clearly understood, and we simply lack the engineering skill to create one. Even as we speak, new black holes are forming throughout the universe. They are the inevitable result of what happens when a large star reaches the end of its life cycle and collapses under its own weight. They are part of stellar life, and as such, they occur throughout the universe on a daily basis. In other words, the foreign god is using the same mechanisms as the cosmos itself. Which means even the very scales we employ must use completely different units of measure than hers, is that correct? I'm afraid so. The Black Barrel is designed for fighting life forms, regardless of how powerful those life forms may be. But unfortunately for us, humanity has yet to devise a calculation that is not only capable of measuring the lifespan of celestial objects, but then using that measurement as a weapon. The only reason we're able to use it to defeat the gods of Olympus is because they're part of a theory that only worked in a Lostbelt. Put that differently, because they were once a foundational factor of human history. Then, There's no way for us to use the Black Barrel to stop the foreign god since it uses its target's own longevity as ammunition? Correct. Our battle with the foreign god will be determined solely by how much energy we're able to produce. So if our opponent is outputting as much energy as your average star, we'll need to come up with a weapon that can match and then exceed it. Is that even possible? I suggest we leave that topic for a later time. For the moment, stabilizing the Stormboard is our top priority. But even if we get the Stormboarder in perfect working order, what good will it do if we don't have any useful weapons to bring to bear? Oh, I wouldn't worry about that. We do have some idea of where we might find such a weapon, don't we, Da Vinci? Maybe. I mean, yeah, if you're only talking about where to look, that part's in the bag. But actually getting our hands on it, that's a whole nother story. That's quite alright, Da Vinci. We have plenty of time to figure that out. In the meantime, there's something I'd like to ask you regarding Cadix and Lupus. Is it true that he gave you something before you put him in the recovery pod? Oh, that. I'm surprised you know about that, Holmes. Who spilled the beans anyway? Oh, that'd be me. You're talking about the memory chip, right? I'm the one who told him about it, and probably has records of the crypt's communications. Right you are, Munier. That chip contains all sorts of communications logs between Kushtari and the other cryptors. I'm pretty sure Cadix copied them himself. Most of it was about the Atlantic Lostbelts, so it's all pretty useless by now. There were two bits I find interesting, though. Oh, and what were those? First, that the attack on our world began with the bleached earth phenomenon, not the trees of emptiness. Oh. And second, that the bleached earth phenomenon's point of origin was in North America, in Area 51. Oh. Huh. All roads lead back to America, apparently. Huh. Oh yeah, that was where that one guy who was making those logs ended up going and then, well, dying at. I forget, did he die to starvation or to the foreign god or alien, or not the foreign god, but like whatever thing was there? I forget. Or is it both? The alien killed him? Oh, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, it's just like he was on his last legs as he entered into Area 51 because like it's a really long fucking journey. He's basically dead anyway? Yeah. So, North America, Area 51? We might not have a great deal of information at this moment, but nonetheless. Da Vinci, would you be so kind as to send that data over to me as well? Sure thing, knock yourself out. Alright, that's all for me for now. The Stormboarder isn't gonna prove itself after all. Out of food, out of gas, atmosphere around the alien was not that of Earth. Ah, yeah. Kirby, Mash, I know things aren't easy right now, but try not to let them get you guys down, okay? Don't worry, you'll feel a lot less anxious once you've had a good rest and gotten back into the swing of things with your training. I might not get to see you guys for a while, but the next time I do, I look forward to seeing how much you've grown. Da Vinci already brought up everything I wished to, so there's not much left for me to say. Now that the foreign god has arrived on Earth, the situation has changed dramatically. However, that does not mean we should panic. For the moment, the best thing we can do is keep our heads down and focus exclusively on what we're able to affect. For myself and Holmes on the analysis team, that means studying the enemy and coming up with a plan. Let me just scroll something. For the field team, namely Kirby, Mash, and the Boarder's crew, that means equal parts training and recuperation. No need to worry, according to Trismegistus 2's prognostications, the world should remain perfectly intact for at least another month. Oh. And as the Institute's resident genius, that gives me more than enough time to come up with a plan guaranteed to succeed. So I encourage you all to kick back, relax, and enjoy this standby time as best you can. Oh boy. Let's go. So I'm really out there raising all the flags. Yeah. She's doing this on purpose. Oh boy. Oh, Ugh. Oh yeah. Also, about me not streaming last night, I kind of like hecked up my sleep schedule a bit because I went into food coma. Like, you see, family, what was it? Had some hot pot. I ate a lot, and then by the time it came to setting up, I'm like, no, no, the food coma's hitting. And then I slept, and then I woke up at like 11. I'm like, oh. Well, I still got work, but I woke up at 11. So what the heck do I even do? Also, just on a little tangent. Because I signed up for the... Was too soon for food coma? Oh no, it was for yesterday, but yeah. It was a really good hot pot. Like, I forget all that went into the broth, but it was like a seafood based broth mixed with like bits of, or what was it, sticks of lemongrass, pineapples to give it that like sweet taste and stuff. And oh yeah, onions for good measure as well. I forget what else was inside the broth before the meal began, but yeah, it was like a pretty sweet and I guess a bit let me actually, how to describe it. Oh yeah, it was a pretty sweet seafood broth. It was really nice. So wait, not this sure how your own Thanksgiving go this year? Oh yeah, I saw you mention that earlier. Still not sure. I hope you and everyone in your family can stay safe though, or well, as safe as can be though. But yeah, take care. If you're feeling anything, well, just rest up, drink water, and pray for the best, I guess. The moon is watching. It's the dead of night. The time when humans lay fast asleep, and wild beasts wait with bated breath. As the moon alone looks down upon the capital reverberating with evil. Okay, hold on for okay. This is wait, how do you pronounce that? Heian-kyo? I hope I pronounced that right. This is Heian-kyo, the land of marvels. Like the British Isles, mystic creatures still roam the lands and peerless heroes hunt them down. Just a temperature change, just temperature change based things? Yeah, I don't know. Like, hell, even over here, like, the weather's been super cold as well. Like, the mornings are just... The mornings and... early mornings and late nights have been super freezing. Like, oh my god. I even have to take, like, a little small portable heater on my desk, like, while I work to, like, keep... What was it? I turn it on every now and again to warm up my hands. So, like, my hands don't lock up when I'm trying to type for work. And then before I sleep, like, I pretty much put, like, the heater, like... right next to my bed to kind of like warm the air around me to get like in a comfortable enough environment to start falling asleep, and then I turn off the freaking heater. But oh my goodness, it's been so cold lately. But I'm even using 2 blankets as well. I mean, I guess I might need to add a 3rd one, but then the annoying thing about using multiple blankets is that you're gonna have to like rotate through like washing them all. I'm just like But I mean, like, better than getting a cold from sleeping too cold, but ugh. Meanwhile, you're playing Neo to your computer's a freaking furnace. And that's the best part of the winter time. Crank up your graphics options. Then have your own personal heater. It is in this nightmarish realm that myth still draws breath. For example, Saiji, located on the southwest of Heian-kyo's central area. Sadly, just makes things lag more. Yeah, with like, what was it? As it throttles to kind of save itself from overheating and shit. Yeah. When in doubt, undervolt, if at all possible. A good undervolt with maybe the slightest of underclocks can really go a long way with keeping temperatures stable, provided you're okay with the performance hit. Just knowing how quickly computers get old. Yeah, like maintaining like, I mean, although it depends on like how often you're gonna be playing new games versus like either older ones that wouldn't be as intensive or indie games which wouldn't be that intense in terms of graphical fidelity and everything. But at least like looking back at my own PCs that I've like upgraded from over the years and stuff, I would say it's like been roughly a 5-ish year average, maybe. And of course, like as it gets to that like 4th, 5th year, things start to be a struggle. But I really wish games would hit a point where they just physically, they can't physically demand more. I don't know. Like companies always find like new ways of like. You think that like we'd be at the like near the peak, and then the fucking Nvidia's like, "Hey yo, ray tracing." I'm like, son of a bitch. Not that I would do it, because like you want to do that with like the very top end of the Nvidia cards, and even then, the things we've heard about Nvidia, if you're like thinking, or if you're kind of like considering it from a, I guess maybe a somewhat moral standpoint, there's a lot of messy things with. There have been a lot of messy things with Nvidia, especially with the whole thing with which manufacturer was it that pulled away from the graphics card market completely? Was it what was it again? Asus? No. No. Which manufacturer was it? No, not MSI. Which graphics card manufacturer had the whole hubbub about pulling out from like Nvidia deals and just the graphics card market overall? Because it made big news like at the time, because like people didn't know about how bad the conditions of working with Nvidia were. Actually, hold on. This is really bothering me. I'll continue reading in a second. This is really bothering me. Let's see, Nvidia. Which was it? Was it EVGA? Oh, it was EVGA. Yeah, it made big news in like the PC tech space. Yeah, it would terminate all GPU hardware manufacturing at the end of this current hardware generation. After a falling out with Nvidia. We still don't know the complete details as far as I know, but from the facts that have been researched from like I think it was Gamers Nexus and whoever else, apparently Nvidia has been pretty shitty dealing with its partners with like their pricing and like Something about their levels of communication not being that great, among other things as well, I think. But it was really rough, apparently. It was rebuilt only after a fire burned it to the ground many years ago. And it's said that the Minister of the Left may have read a poem in its honor during its reopening ceremony. Speaking of Minister of the Left Fujiwara, he is one of the Emperor's most trusted aides. A striking figure in both body and deed, none embodies the capital's prosperity or authority better than him. As such, Saiji, with its close connection to him, is a place of miracles. Or at least it should have been. Instead, it was home to rage, to malice. Indeed, as the moon looks down, a vicious monster, practically the embodiment of loathing, roams the sacred ground of this holy temple. Shut up. Okay, Roxas. Why? Why do you have the key laid? Shut up. Just shut up already. Some great evil spirit threatening the Imperial Some great spirit threatening the Imperial Palace and all of Heian-kyo you turned out to be. You're just another born all evil spirit who turned tail and ran at the sight of the 4 Heavenly King statues at Toji. Cheeky little punk. Stuff it. Oh, it's our boy. With one swing of his blade, the battle was over before it began. In a flash, the supposedly great evil spirit's formless body was scattered to the 4 winds. Huh. Done and done. I still can't get over how Kintoki looks with like his outfit here than like his other one. Huh. Muscles for days though. Look at those abs. Yeah, dude, his fucking abs have abs. Nah, just kidding. But this is what it means to be a brave warrior. A Heian warrior. He is part of the last line of defense, keeping the people of these Far East islands safe from the multitude of wicked monsters that threaten its peace. Huh. Nope, that wasn't it either. What am I missing? Things were never like this back when I was living on the mountain. What's wrong? What don't I got? Damn, this just ain't gonna cut it. Gone to the city, that's hardly a task worthy of one of Raiko's 4 Heavenly Kings. Damn it, at this rate. I'll never be able to be a master. Oh. Aw. A master, huh? There's something about that that just doesn't sit right with me either. How'd you ever make your peace with it, Brother Suna? The Horikawa. Brother Tuna. No, Suna, not Tuna. Main Street, Ichijo Modoribashi Bridge. Wait, Bashi? Yeah. Hachi wielding man. You there, young lady. Yes, officer? What can I do for you at this hour of night? Officer, huh? I suppose I can see why you would mistake me for one, but no, I am an officer no longer. Huh? I'm a warrior, a retainer from Setsu. Then does that mean you're the famous sword fighter from the Genji family? I see you're well informed indeed, young lady. In that case, I trust you also know, or already know, that the Minister of the Left has tasked the Genji family with defending the city from any Who would threaten it? This little girl ain't living for longer, is she? Yes, of course. None of us city residents would still be alive today if it weren't for the warriors of Genji. Thank you so much for all you've done for us. If there's anything I can do to show my appreciation, O valiant warrior, you need but say the word. Very well then. In that case, I would like a dance. Did you say a dance? Oh, okay. I thought we were gonna go with like the route of like some monster like masquerading as like a little girl or some shit. So wait, another fish to add alongside marlin, merlin, and salmon or salmon. Do people say salmon or like do people pronounce the L in salmon? I never hear anyone. Or is the L supposed to be silent, or is it like a, or is it a deal where it's like either pronunciation is like legitimate? Cause like I swear, like the only times I hear people like enunciate the L is when they're just trying to bother people. I'm like, are they being real or not here? I'm like, I can't tell. You're not supposed to pronounce the L? Yeah, so then all those people I was hearing about, yeah, they're just like fucking with the other people they're talking to then. Okay. I was like, nah, that's like, nah, that can't be right. Like no one else in whatever restaurant between my own friend groups or literally anyone else like pronounces the L. I was like, no, they gotta be trolling. And well, apparently they are. How's how you doing, Bretsu? I did. The moon is rather clear tonight. I would like you to dance atop the bridge so I may watch you alongside the moon's reflection on the water's surface. Huh? Do you still understand what I mean? You would do well to peer into the water. Perhaps if you had not taken such undue pride in this transformation, Ibaraki, you might have noticed you forgot to change your shadow to match. Oh no, I was right. Banana only sure good at acting? Well, almost. You. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? You tricked me. You knew who I was and you tricked me into embarrassing myself. If this means you had me figured out from the start then, I'll kill you. You're dead, you hear me? Dead. I hate you so much. That's it. Tonight's the night I finally bite your head off, gouge your eyes out, and skin you alive, and leave you mutilated corpse hanging for everyone on Suzaku Avenue to see. You hear me, Suna? Oh. Hey, look at me when I'm threatening you. You're supposed to tremble at my fangs, shudder at my claws, and beg for mercy at my feet. Rat Jam. How dare you look at me? And see someone else, Suna. Look at me, damn it. Whoop. Why you? Parried, bitch. Or blocked. Eyes still closed. My little Suna. Are you so terrified of me that you can't move? Good, that's more like it. Yes, that's right. I've grown stronger since that night. Much stronger. I learned a lot on Mount Oe, Suna. In the time I spent with Shuten, I learned everything I needed to know about being a better Oni. And I'm just getting started. One of these days I'm gonna lead every Oni in all of Japan. As the pair of Oni kings of Mount Oe, Shuten and I will descend from on high, wipe out you Genji, and devour every last person on the face of the earth. Oh my god, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that whole laugh. Oh. Is that all you had to say, Ibaraki? Then it seems you still have yet to catch on. You're clearly a long ways off from rivaling Shuten as the leader of the Oni world. Huh? What's that supposed to mean? Neither your flames nor your claws came close to injuring me. For that matter, in case you hadn't noticed. I haven't even opened my eyes for a while now. You. How dare you make a mockery of me, you human! Curse you, Suna! Ibaraki. Oh! Ah! My arm! You cut off my right arm! Ah! Oh god, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts, it hurts! Damn you! Oh wait, funny timing for this event, since stuff pops up during in Neo 2, second DLC even has a Raiko and very briefly Kintoki with the fight against Shuten. Oh, that's cool. You bastard! Suna! Huh? What do you think you're doing now? Why'd you sheathe your sword? Aren't you coming for my head next? Come at me again, damn it! Go on, I dare you! Next time you swing your sword at me, that's when I'll bite your head off. I mean it! It seems there's no servant to be found here. And you have yet to use a single support spell, even after having your arm cut off. So clearly you're not a master. Huh? Masters? Servants? What are you talking about? You have no caster aiding you. You were just a lone Oni, nothing more. As such, I have no further quarrel with you. I don't know what you're talking about, Suna. But you said I'm just a lone Oni? Nothing more. I can't believe you tried to trick me with that kind of nonsense. I hate you even more now. Oh. A smoke screen made of fire. And then she hid. If nothing else, Ibaraki, you do get better at turning tail each time we meet. Disengage A. Next time I'm gonna take my arm back and then I'm gonna kill you. It'll be our last meeting. Just have that? Yeah. You have my word on that, Suna, my hated rival. Don't you dare forget it. So, she's returned to the mountain. Caster. Oh. Yes, Master. Her magical energy was far beyond that of an ordinary human, but it also didn't belong to a servant. Shapeshifting lore is lore accurate? Oh yeah. Perhaps she was a phantasmal, or... She's an Oni. Right, of course, you never had such creatures in the land you hail from. Used to got upgraded recently. Ibaraki and I have something of a history. As you may have guessed, but never mind that now. For the time being, I shall hold on to this arm myself. Understood. So, that is what it feels like to have one's senses enhanced with magecraft. Magnificent work, Caster. As you can see, I remain without a scratch even after facing off with an Oni. Don't be ridiculous, Lord Suna. All I did was cast a simple spell to temporarily enhance your senses. You're the one who evaded those fearsome attacks without any physical enhancement or protection from Claw and Flame. She used that in the original story to steal her arm back? Oh. Disengage is now targetable, crit damage, and has benefits when a Shuten is with her. Oh yeah, I did the rank up for that earlier, actually. I was like, huh, like, Shuten-based buffs? I was like, this is where I put my Shuten Doji! If I had her! Too bad she was designed back when arts NPs weren't really designed for looping decently. It's a shame. But, I wish I had Shuten as well. I got Kasa Shuten? True. But I want Assassin Shuten. Like, I can only like the Oniland or Magic Defender outfit thing so much. I'm like, I want OG. And what's more, you did so entirely with your eyes closed. It was truly an incredible feat if I ever saw one, or if I've ever seen one, Master. Hardly. Anyone who carries a sword could, well, maybe not. Problem is, does she even have synergy with Caster Shuten? I have no clue. But I would say that any warriors at the top of their art, that is, any of Raika's 4 heavenly kings, could do as much. Or at least they should. Alright, my caster, let us be off. We have more quarry we must find tonight. Yes, master. Understood. Man, that was a long scene 1. Goddamn. Also, man, now to think about it, my oh god, I want to go for a snack right now, but actually, no, actually I shouldn't. Yeah, I'm hungry right now. Because even if I did, like, what was it? Even with the dinner I had, when you think about it, it is pretty light on calories when you think about it. So, whatever, I'll tough it out. I mean, I need to, what was it? I need to be watching my calorie intake actually. After things I've noticed, I'm like, oh. Alright, Gorodolph, wanna go help us with this? Singularity! We've got a singularity on our hands! But as I've mentioned many times, I'm very much a layman when it comes to singularities. Plus, I really don't want to get involved with them if at all possible. You know, out of all the ones you don't want to get involved with, I don't think you want to get involved with ones revolving around Onis and whatever else that's going on in Heian-kyo. Lest we get a repeat of Shimosa, although Shimosa was a different case because of, it wasn't really Shuten, but the, whatever spirit it was that used her as a vessel or some shit, I don't fucking know, man. But either way, though. So while usually I'll be sitting back and enjoying an elegant cup of tea back in my gorgeous director's office, currently still under construction, those circumstances apparently being what they are, I decided to put at least a brief appearance here. Next scene, a giant female Oni carrying off Gorodolph. Something tells me it's not gonna be a death by snoo. Oh boy. Hopefully, you think Gorodolph would have the, like, physical and mental fortitude to withstand, like, having his, insides dug around in like we had in Shimosa? Despite how goofy Gorodolph acts, like, he can be pretty tough, but I'm like, nah, something tells me he'll just squeal, like, the moment, like, the hand goes in. Nah. Yeah, like, Gorodolph has his moments, but, like, no way he's experienced enough, or traumatized enough, even, to, endure such, such torture, or some shit. Oh, God. Oh, wait, I think I forgot to read that. In regards to the singularity itself, I'll let my technical advisor and administrative advisors handle the briefing. Alright, technical advisor, have at it. I'll be watching over the proceedings from a safe, supervisory distance. Happy face. Thanks, Gordy. I'll take it from here. Gorodolph is a coward, overcoming his fear, not someone with grit. Yeah, that's a much better way to put it. It's like, hey Gorodolph, you don't want to read up on the Shimosa records, right? It's like, what do you mean? Don't look at the one involving Shuten. It's like, what do you mean? Oh dear God, man! Hello, foe. Oh, is that your way of welcoming me, foe? Thanks. Alright, Kirby and Mash. Ready to get this briefing started? Gouda, meanwhile, has a backbone of divine steel. Oh God. Like, that moment in Shimosa will always stick out to me, just like, you make a sound and you're fucking dead and no one else will find you. Or however that rest of the dialogue went, I'm like, Oh god. Ready. I take it we need a ratio somewhere again. Now, don't be hasty. So, this latest singularity was first observed about 30 minutes ago. Of course, with Earth currently bleached clean of human history, the only kinds of singularities that can occur now are minute ones. Or so we thought. Do you remember what Sign told us a minute ago? Told us about minute singularities? Basically, the worst that can happen with an unrepaired minute singularity is that it causes a few minor problems when Earth is restored to normal. But that's not the case here. This is the real deal. A genuine, full-blown capital S singularity. A real singularity? You mean, like, the original 7 singularities? Precisely. Which means this singularity represents a grave threat to humanity, even with Earth in its current bleached state. The fact that this singularity has appeared as a blot of black stagnation even on this empty Earth suggests that its influence is far-reaching indeed. That is the unfortunate conclusion Trismegistus 2 has reached. Black stagnation? Yep, black stagnation. How can I put this? It's basically like a giant sunspot. That's the kind of stagnation we're talking about. But didn't the genius of the Atlas Institute say we had at least a month? An excellent point, which is why I think you should hear what she has to say for herself. Go ahead, Scion. I'm so sorry. Please just forget everything I said about the world remaining intact for a month. Bruh. The flags. The flags, man. The thing about singularities is the only people who can predict them are the ones who cause them. That is why even Godia ended up being undone by them. They're like insects eating holes in your map before you're even aware of their existence. Anyway, there you have it. I'll let the singularity professionals take it from here. Good luck fixing this one and restoring humanity. Makes sense now, Kirby. So your mission this time is to investigate and eliminate this dark spot in human history. The singularity located in Japan during the Heian period, in the 5th year of Kanko, or 1008 by the Gregorian calendar, the early 11th century. More specifically, it's located in a city we now call Kyoto. Though at the time it was commonly referred to as Kyo or Miyako, meaning the capital. Yofo. Perhaps it would be easiest to simply refer to it as Heian-kyo, or Heian-kyo, as in the Heian period of Kyoto. Heian, that's the period Raiko, Kintoki, Shuten Doji, Ibaraki Doji, Murasaki Shikibu, and Sei Shonagon all come from. Now that's golden! Oh man, here we go, the man of the hour is here. Let's fucking go! It helps that I pronounce it correctly. Did someone say, or did somebody say, Heian-kyo? And the 5th year of Kanko no less. Now you're really golden. Speaking my language. That time's right around when us Genji warriors were in our prime. As I recall, that was just before our big Oni cleanup operation. Which means, you can expect to see yours truly. So you better believe me and Boss Raiko are gonna be all over this. You know, it'd be so funny, although it would never, well, probably never happen. I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm predicting the next couple lines, but then, like, Shuten and Ibaraki just come up as well. It's like, I don't know how I feel about this. Well, I know Reko's kind of busy getting things ready now, but I'm sure she'd come running in a flash if you gave her the word, Master. Kintoki means golden time, right? Then this really is your time to shine. Hell yeah! Please don't make us do the Raiko Shuten fight again. Don't remind me of the Raiko Shuten fight when I did that, like, around release. Fuck me, that fight was annoying as shit. It was so fucking annoying. Like, oh my god. What, like, why? Or just with all the freaking showdown fights, we had to keep swapping out Musashi, because I know it's thematic and all, but it's like, bro, it messes up like your actual strategy so hard to work around this restriction. Jack earning her hamburgers. Yeah, I really had to put Jack through her paces to survive that fight and like burst them down. That's true. You almost surely know this Heian-kyo place better than anyone. And if we could meet up with your historical counterpart, I bet you'd be perfect for getting in to cooperate with us and share what he knows. So I agreed to that having you come along would be ideal, if it were possible. What? No! Huh? What's the matter, short stuff? What a long face? Well, the thing is... Hello everyone, long time no see. Who this? Oh. Umo Kotaro, at your service. Kato Danzo, likewise. Ah, where'd you two come from? Oh fuck. What is it with ninja servants always popping up where you least expect them? Sure, I might be able to handle the surprise thanks to the nerves of steel cultivated during a lifetime of racing, but you could have easily caused, Mont Saint Michael here to die of shock. Tommy's not even sticking to the food theme anymore. Try level up, Carmilla. Oh yeah. Tower events are a big reason. Oh yeah, that too. But yeah, Carmilla's rather solid to have around, especially for anti-female bonuses and stuff. And you know, like what Bryce says, the tower events where they pretty much push you to have a very like diverse roster of servants to kind of burn through. Otherwise, you're gonna be stuck waiting for a long time, or if not, might even be impossible to complete an event just due to cooldowns and everything. Gotta give Munier props for comedy bits. It's always a good time with Munier and Gordolf in the same room as each other. I'm so sorry, Dorothy Gordolf. I promise I'll be more careful from now on. Good. But, only within reason, of course. I'm aware you ninjas are all about stealth after all. Master, Lord Kintoki, Lord Gordolf, other distinguished guests. Will you please hear what we have to say? Of course. Thank you, Master. You see, Lady Danzo and I sensed something was wrong at almost exactly the same time. 30 minutes ago. Saying that the singularity appeared. Right. Both Lady Danzo and I were momentarily overcome by the exact same sensation. A sensation like hearing a squirming insect, which we think is directly connected to Limbo, the alter ego. Limbo, huh? I heard of the stories about him too, Master. And it sure as hell sounds like he's one of the most un-golden bastards ever. He basically shows up out of nowhere and tries to pull some seriously un-golden shit on you guys all the time, right? Oh yeah. From what I heard, it sounds like he's a dead ringer for, Ashiya Dolmen. Of course, I can't say for sure if he's the same Ashia Doman I knew. But I do know for sure that he was hanging out in Kyo right around the year 1008. That said, I get the feeling that he didn't start competing with Abe no Seimei, or going down a seriously deranged path until a little later on. Limbo. Limbo is a truly wicked creature. And yet, I get a strong sense that he and I are intertwined by threads of fate. I feel the same. What's more, when I heard you all mention Heian-kyo, that feeling only grew stronger. So please, Master, please, let us come with you on this journey, so that we may cut the threads of fate that bind us to him once and for all. Fate, Roll the credits! No, Well, I can certainly understand how you must feel, but I'm afraid we can't make the call on that alone. What do you say, Technical Advisor? Sending contracted heroic spirits along on a race shift may work for pseudo-singularities and minute ones. But were you ever able to send them to a real singularity that easily? Because as far as I can recall, you can only race shift 2 people at most. Well, of course, being able to race shift contracted heroic spirits from our time would be a huge advantage on any mission. But, as our director so rightly pointed out, we're usually not able to have contracted heroic spirits tag along. Huh? Well, while there have been servants with extremely rare skills that let them race shift into singularities on their own, for the most part it just isn't possible. Since most heroic spirits can't race shift on their own, their only choice is to sync up with Master. As for how we determine whether that's even a possibility, it all comes down to a singularity's essence. By which I mean how harshly it treats elements that didn't originally exist in that history. To put it another way, how many gaps it has through which foreign elements might slip in. For example, if singularity were to occur at a crucial moment in human history, there would be almost no room to bend the rules regarding what sort of outside elements were allowed. But in minute singularities, restrictions aren't nearly so, well, strict. Which means there's room to fudge things, presumably allowing us to race shift contracted heroic spirits and alongside Master. The same mostly holds true for pseudo-singularities too. We've seen some cases where select heroic spirits were able to race shift along thanks to their bonds, temperament, traits, or other unique characteristics. For example, with the Agathar incident, Astolfo and Dayon had no problem tagging along. In Salem, we managed to send in Robin Hood, Sanson, and Matahari. With the Shinjuku case, we could technically have sent a few servants along, but they ended up being unable to race shift all the way there thanks to a certain professor's interference. Alright, so what's the deal with this one? Can we go along or not? So what's going on? Looking forward to the Santa Carna event. Bunch of servants you want to get to level 6 at least? Oh yeah, the cooldown like makes a huge difference, especially in like tougher fights where you need every turn you can get. Abe no Seimei, Japanese Merlin, supposedly had a Kitsune mother? Ah, huh. I'm afraid that would be really challenging for this singularity. Well, I'd say challenging, but it's really more like impossible. As far as I can tell from the numbers I got with the Paper Moon, there's no servants who could accompany Kirby on. This is the Stoneborder room, or Stoneborder command room calling from our anchor point. Do you read me, Da Vinci? I've been following along remotely, so don't worry about catching me up. Sion's actually touching the Paper Moon right now, and she says hold on. And she says she has some new information about your current topic. Go ahead, Sion. She's here flapping her gums like a guppy. Like a guppy? I admit that's a very cute expression, but you're aware I don't have gills, right? Oh right, the report. I was inspecting the Paper Moon. And I heard your discussion of heroic spirits and the probability of race shift. So out of sheer curiosity, I decided to try running some new numbers and the results were... interesting. Interesting you say? Oh yes, very interesting. It is not a result I would ever have expected to get on the first try. It is almost though someone is extending an invitation for the relevant parties to come along. Look that says, what's she talking about? Oh, look that says, how the hell should I know? Special translation, is the bacon time yet? Oh, now. It is wonderful to see you guys acting in such solidarity. It makes you all seem much more dependable than ever. But now's not the time for heartwarming scenes. No, definitely not. So I'll jump straight to the point. Good news is, I happen to observe 2 spirit origins that should have no trouble whatsoever reshifting with Kirby to the singularity. The assassins Fuma Kotaro and Kato Danzo. The bad news is that those are the only 2. The rest of the Heian servants, including Kintoki, are a no-go, as are servants from other regions and time periods. Gotcha. Lord Kintoki. Don't worry about it. It is what it is, right? The only thing that matters is that you 2 keep boss safe. Between you 2 and Mash, shove a golden shield and spears at her command. Make sure you do the rest of us proud out there, alright? I'm counting on your evil wind and black kite. Understood. And puppet? I mean... Well. As for the rest of us... wait. As for the rest of us, well, you better believe we'll show up to help fight battles and stuff. I've also got some golden advice I want to impart before you head out. Is it gonna be to watch out for like Ibaraki or other Oni that can like disguise themselves or some shit? I would assume so. If you're headed for 5th year Kanko Heian-kyo, I messed the word. 5th year Kanko era Heian-kyo, then yours truly, well actually a few of our own living selves, are sure to be there somewhere. So make damn sure you find us no matter what. If you can just track us down and explain the whole singularity due to our living selves, well, I can at least promise that Raiko and me are sure to believe you. Protecting the human world is the Genji clan's sworn duty after all. And Raiko in particular do anything to keep the people safe, even if that means she's gotta swallow what's gonna sound like a whole bunch of nonsense. Right. Alright, that's all I got. Sorry I couldn't be more help. Good luck, boss. I'll be golden rooting for you. I'll do my golden best. Now that's what I'm talking about. Golden. Oh. I see you're ready to go too, Fo. I'm not letting that little furball tag along yet on another mission. It's staying right here this time. Think about it. What if he gets lost and left behind at this latest raid ship destination? It could end up single-handedly ruin Japan's natural ecosystems. What? Alrighty then. What is a furball? You have something to say to me? Administrative advisor, technical advisor. I take care of this brute with no sense of self-preservation. In the meantime, go ahead and brief the field team on the specifics of the operation. Hurrah! Oh. Alright, let's get to it, shall we? Kirby, Miss Kyriolite, Fuma Kotaro, Kato Danzo. Your mission is to investigate and repair the singularity in Heian-kyo in the year 1008. That is the long and short of it. It'll basically be business as usual. Find the Holy Grail that's causing the singularity and bring it back home. And like Kintoki said earlier, he and Raiko's living cells should be there. So do everything you can to make contact with them, as they're sure to be a huge help. Oh, and one more thing. In regards to this particular holy girl's whereabouts, we actually have something of a hint this time. Limbo. Based on what we know about him, there's every possibility that he managed to procure Holy Grail and spawn the singularity using methods we can never predict. Limbo, the alter ego. Every now and then you come across people who will give up everything if it means causing as much destruction as possible. These kinds of people leech from the life of everything around them. So they refuse to see the worth in anything, themselves included, and stick solely to hurting and killing. So be careful, because I suspect that's the kind of threat Limbo might be, right? Or it might be too. And we can't afford to let him slow us down when we still got a whole bleach earth to restore. Don't worry, I won't let my guard down for a moment. That's what I like to hear. It's time to settle the score with Limbo once and for all. Excellent. In the meantime, we'll continue to work on stabilizing the storm border with real-world materials. I'm afraid we are still woefully unprepared to send you on your way. In fact, you are most certainly walking into a trap. But all the same, there's not a problem we can't run from. For the time being, it seems unlikely that the foreign god will move from South America, and Limbo appears to be the only external force behind this latest singularity. Which means that right now he is operating independently. And so, trap or not, we cannot afford to miss this chance when we know he will be without reinforcements. Ideally, I would love to interrogate him to extract every iota of information he knows about the foreign god. But I cannot imagine he would willingly comply with any demand we might make. At any rate, remember this, your primary mission for this race shift is not only to repair the singularity. It is also to eliminate a key figure in the foreign god's forces before the foreign god herself intervenes. Understood. You can count on me, sir. Alright, all hands prepare for race shift. I want all Novo Calde on standby ready to help out as needed. Your destination is the southwest district of Heian-kyo. We'll initiate the race shift in 15 minutes. That is all. Got it. Come on, Mash. Right, senpai. Did anyone ever tell Gordov what foe is? I don't think so. Naraka Mandala, Heian-kyo. Thunderous Flash. Oh, is that foundation level, like, fluctuating? I didn't catch that. Ooh. It kept oscillating between E- and A. Ah.